So, hope we're recording this one. So, today is my birthday, which is always fun. Normally, on my birthday, I don't actually really feel it, really celebrate it. And it's always a funny one because I don't care about it that much, if I'm honest. Never have. It's not a big deal to me. The funny thing is, if it weren't for my girlfriend actually reminding me yesterday that today was my birthday, I probably would have forgot a little bit anyway. But this birthday feels different. It really does. It feels a little bit special. And I think the reason it feels a bit special is because I can reflect on the difference between being 25. I can reflect on the last year quite a lot. I can almost see the year that I've had. And to think about the 25-year-old me, it feels like a different person. It feels like that almost isn't me in a way. And I quite like it. I quite like the change. Living this year through the good and the bad. And again, we're not talking tragic bad. Nothing major's happened, just normal life happening. Maybe not even classifying it as bad, but the lessons we've learned have been important this year. We're also matching up my birthday with sort of the anniversary of posting videos for a year. My story is I filmed 2 years ago for about a year before I even posted. And then I plucked up the courage of basically, and the time felt right to post. And I've sort of mixed and matched that with my birthday. For reasons to get me to post it, to remember the date really, a lot of it was. What matching that up with my birthday does, it gets me to reflect on the year I've had because I'm filming and documenting my thoughts. And I love it. I love the reflection I can have. I love seeing the change. Some of the thoughts and things and opinions I'm talking about when I'm turned 25 feel different to now. Everything in life for me has changed so much in just a year, which is, it's weird to think about, but it's even weirder to see when you're filming who you are. My life's changed. I now don't live in the same house as when I was 25. I've got 2 dogs, and basically my daily actions have changed, my routine changed, everything sort of changed, progressed. And it didn't feel like that at first. It was tough. It's a big year, you know. We went to Australia this year, and what an amazing time that was. That was that much of a dream that it really shaped me in a way that made normal life boring and sad and shit. And then getting over achieving your dreams and achieving great things and doing amazing things, and then coming back to the real world, normal life, and coping with that. That was a big challenge this year. But some things, posting for a full year, I've learned so many lessons. I've changed how I film. I changed how I do things in only a year. The thing with documenting is you see the change, you see what's going on, and it's almost not human, not real. It doesn't seem right to be able to see the change. And the more you pay attention to it, which obviously I'm filming videos and posting them all the time, I'm constantly seeing the change, paying more attention in my life and to my thoughts and to how I am and what I'm doing. And for some people, I could imagine that that would be too much. When I started filming, I said I wasn't going to watch my videos back, but I do now. It's helpful, it's definitely weird, but it's the way I watch it will be different to how everyone else watches it. I watch it and I can feel what I'm saying. I can see sort of the baby steps to the bigger thoughts, to the bigger ways of dealing with life. And like I said, in just a year of posting, I've grown so much. I feel great. And it's a weird one. Like I said, because I'm turning 26, I wonder, what am I going to be like at 27? Who's Jamie going to be? Who's 27-year-old Jamie going to be? Because is it going to be as big of a change of how I feel from 25 to 26? What things is Jamie, age 27, going to learn? Stepping out of this and stepping out of what I'm doing, it's weird to look at it from an outer perspective on my life. How many people are documenting the life this often, the thoughts this often? How many people do you see the direct change? I'm trying to be as honest as I can in these videos for the purpose of the journey, almost. That's why I'm okay being wrong, because it's for the journey. It's that you don't have to be right now. And one day you might look back. There's so many things that happen in life that you look back and you go, I'm all right with that happening. I like that lesson. That lesson's made me who I am today. And while you're in that struggle, them tough moments, you look and you go, I'll do anything to get out of this. That's what I enjoy about the reflection. When it comes to these videos, the reflection I enjoy is I get to see the good and the bad. I get to see the lessons. I get to reflect on how my life is going. With what I see and what I do, I get to see that when you're in the bad, sure, it will pass and the good will come. And it's clear to see and it's clear to experience that for me. But also this year I've seen that sometimes the good goes. Sometimes the bad comes back or tough moments come back. And for some people, that can be a lot to deal with. To know that the good times will end, but also the bad times will end. And I think for some people, it does depend on how you look at that and how you see everything. If you focus on how negative everything's going to be, if you focus on, I'm in a shit position right now, when this ends and the good comes, it's going to come back. That is a daunting feeling. But I think you've got to look at the other side of the coin and say, once you're in the good, once the good ends and the bad comes again, don't worry, because with hindsight, looking back, you see your experience with the tough moments, that the good always comes back. And with the bad, there's always lessons, there's always value in the change that happens. I think I've definitely seen that this year. I've seen and experienced that when I started filming 2 years ago, I was in a great place. Life was perfect. I was asking for challenges to be thrown at me. And then you look at the start of this year for me, and mentally, I feel like I was a bit down in the dumps again. Life wasn't that perfection. There was a lot going on. It was tough, it was a little bit tough. It weren't something I couldn't handle, but it was still tough. And to feel what I'm feeling right now, and feel that everything does feel like perfection again. And that, I can't correlate. I can't tell if it's because I started filming again, because through that time, I did stop. I was just too busy to even focus on everything and to get out my thoughts. Once I started filming again, I started feeling much better. So it could be a coincidence of timing, who knows? I can't put my finger on it. But one thing this filming stuff does, and like I said a year ago when I started posting, it's about talking about what's in my head, the emotions I'm going through, and getting it off my chest, and trying to be raw, authentic, and honest, and saying the things that embarrass people, that embarrass me, because I don't like it. I don't like being soft. I don't like getting things out there. I just want to deal with it myself. It's who I am. That's naturally who I am. A year of posting and doing this, you don't hold on to things. You don't hold on to emotions and struggle so much. I'm watching it as well as everyone else. It makes me step out of my situation. And you can imagine that over a year, what that does to you mentally. Being able to step out of your own life and look from out of perspective and, one, say everything's fine, and two, you'll get there. I was thinking earlier today, every daunting task or every big task is daunting till after the fact, when hindsight shows you everything was going to be all right. You just didn't have the confidence, or you wasn't assured that the result was going to happen. And when you're not assured that the result is going to happen that you want, it plays on your mind. You start doubting yourself. You question whether things are right. Filming, looking back on things and being able to actually look into when you're in tough moments and after it, you can see the individual thoughts and feelings you were having and how after it's always fine. That helps. I'm almost grateful that I've stuck at it for a year. I had no doubt that I was going to quit or stop. But a full year, it feels like a lot because there's been so much change that I can see. It's a lot. It's a long time and a short time that it feels like I've been posting. And it's the same for turning 26. When I think of the last year, and I think of the Jamie that turned 25, has learnt so much in just a year, and how I'm so grateful for that. And how I actually enjoy looking back on the videos and almost hear me talking about certain things that I figured out and that make me happy and that make me at peace. That feels like an achievement. And I do think that's why I'll never stop, because of the feeling it gives me when I'm filming. I have a little side note of what I want to achieve. I want people to feel good as well, and to maybe expose people to the lessons that I've learned. I've heard lessons that other people have learned and they clicked with me, and I've not thought of that perspective. That's another achievement. When someone says that to me, and when I hear that, that's great. But at a foundational level, I do kind of just love how it feels to do all this. And it's a weird one because I don't normally have a feeling of celebration for turning a different age. I never felt too much of a celebration on having a birthday. But this year, with the reflection that I'm talking about, I do feel it. And that's an unusual feeling for me to actually celebrate another year and look forward to the change that's going to happen, and to have sort of the confidence to say whatever's going to happen in the next year, it's going to be fine. To have that belief and the confidence in myself, and to enjoy the journey. It's been a big year. I feel like it's been a big year. I don't know if it's just the age I'm at. I'm 26 now. And to everyone that's younger than me, 26 feels like 20 with just more knowledge and more understanding. It's the best way I could describe aging, which is probably why your parents and people who are older than you are right, because if they double your age, they've got double the experience and double the knowledge, depending on who they are and how they live their life. You should probably listen to them, really. But it's a weird thing to think about when it comes to age, because I look at my 20-year-old self and he would never have imagined I'd be who I am. There are parts of me that could believe it. They'd be like, you'll get that, you'll understand that one day. Like now, as I grow older, I look at certain aspects and I go, when you're older, you'll get that. You'll understand that. It'll click. And that's from experience, because going from 18, not even 18, 15, 18, 20, and getting to 26, you have a bit more calmness. You understand things can be slower. You can have more faith in yourself. It's my birthday. Hey ho, 26. Let's see what I'll be filming about when I'm 27. That's what I'm intrigued about. But yeah, on the way home now, so peace.